was the biggest bridge in the world, an architectural marvel, the gateway to New York City. But on October 29th, 1929, it would play host to the most horrific land mammal massacre in the nation's history. A letter from world-renowned showman P.T. Barnum, May 1883.
I believe hugely in advertising and blowing my own trumpet, beating the gongs, drums to attract attention to a show. And I believe your bridge might just be the way forward to that. I shall lead a parade of elephants. Jumbo, a 13-foot African elephant, a true marvel. Once my elephants have crossed, your constituents will have positively no misgivings about the bridge or paying the top dollar for the greatest show on earth.
Barnum would lead a parade of elephants across the Brooklyn Bridge, proving the bridge's modern suspension system sturdy enough for human travelers, simultaneously providing a grand entrance when his circus came to town. It would remain a celebrated tradition for years to come. Panic, Black Tuesday, the Great Crash. In a single day, the nation slipped into the depths of the Great Depression. Wall Street was in chaos. A letter from reporter Frederick Lewis.
It was a true panic. Bodies fell from windows. Fights broke out in the street. The odd gunshot would pop off in the distance. A frightening day indeed. Amidst all of this, the circus was coming to town, and leading the parade was its star performer, Jumbo the Elephant.
Jimmy Walker, New York City mayor and witness, wrote of the incident.
As I did every year, I watched the elephants cross the bridge from my window. This was perhaps a more somber year due to the crash, but necessary. It began as it did every year, but Jumbo began to pick up speed and veered into the crowd of onlookers. Balloons went everywhere.
Nobody knows for sure what set the chain of events into motion, but as many as 20 lives were lost that day. John Ringling recalls Ruffles the Clown.
Our most popular clown was a fellow by the name of Ruffles. Ruffles was a coarse, arrogant bastard of a man, but a damn fine clown. It was a shame to see him go.
Ruffles' death was amongst the most horrific. Run down by Jumbo himself, Ruffles tripped over his own giant shoes. On the ground, his head was stomped by the panicking pachyderm.
I shall never forget the deafening honk sound I heard as Jumbo's massive foot crushed Ruffles' skull. His white makeup was smeared all over the street. Seltzer went everywhere. There will never be another one like Ruffles.
One could say that both Black Tuesday and the Elephant Stampede claimed the life of one H.R. Marshall. Helen Marshall, his widow, recalls.
Herbert was alone and despondent. I could do nothing for him. Everything he had worked for was lost in the crash. He left a note expressing his regret, then traveled downtown to his offices as he did each and every workday, intending to throw himself from the top floor of his office building.
But Marshall never made it. Eyewitnesses recall a sorrowful H.R. Marshall shambling alone in the street, then voluntarily stepping in the pathway of one of the elephants. He was dragged nearly 170 yards down Broadway before succumbing to his wounds. The stampede came to an end almost as swiftly as it had started. Big Mo, the smallest of the elephants, was put down with the use of a Gatling gun.
I could see the whole thing take place from my window. The crushed people, crying kids, the destructive elephants. But what did I care? I just lost $2 million.
And so went the memory of the Brooklyn Bridge elephant stampede. With the whole world focused on the collapse of the U.S. financial markets, what significance did a few elephants running loose have? In the end, Big Mo lay dead on a lawn. Breezy, the third, lay dead and bleeding in the middle of the street. But all was not lost for the elephants.
Jumbo was last seen running to freedom through the Holland Tunnel. Efforts were made to contain him, but the elephant was never recovered.
While no evidence exists, multiple eyewitness accounts mention seeing a, quote, nearly 13-foot tall African elephant living out its days in a New Jersey wildlife sanctuary. Though seemingly forgotten to time, in 2017, a memorial was erected near the site of the savage stampede in remembrance of those that lost their lives, both elephant and human, and a testament to the triumphant spirit of Jumbo, who many believe trampled his way over a bridge, the skull of a clown, and through the Holland Tunnel to freedom.